Hello, my name is Sam, and I wanted to do a quick guide on how to level very quickly from level 1 in PixArk. So, let me go ahead and get into the server, and then I will jump to the leveling guide. Okay, so I'm now in the server. I have my preset character here. I have previously played on the server, and it is an unofficial server, but there is absolutely no boosts or anything. This is completely vanilla. I have tried this method on official servers and it does work. It's just I get a lot of weird lag on official servers, so I am playing on the unofficial currently. So this is my character, new character. Go type in my name here, and I'm going to spawn at rally point 4. It doesn't really matter where you spawn as long as you spawn in the starting area. So I'm going to get into it. Alright, so I'm now spawned in. I'm currently falling, and so here's how the method works. You literally have to go and pick grass until level 20. I know it sounds kind of silly, but this is what you literally have to do. So as you can see, I'm already leveling very quickly. One thing I do want to mention is that you want to pick a lot of berry bushes, because you are going to need the narco berries for a later step. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this. This should take about 20 minutes or so. But I'm going to go ahead and start picking this, so you guys don't have to sit through all this boring grass picking. But I'm going to go ahead and pick this, and then I will go ahead and skip to when I am level 20. Alright, so I have reached level 15 now, and as you can see, I have a lot of thatch in my inventory. The quickest way to get this out is hover over the first thatch in your inventory and just hit the O key. This makes it so the stack of thatch comes out of your inventory, and you can literally just keep pressing this. I recommend keeping a little bit of thatch on your character, but that's completely up to you. I just like keeping it for building and things, and it's also used to burn things as well, like campfires and that. So anyway, so as you can see, keep a little bit of thatch, and I'm also going to keep this fiber because it's good to have, and I have accumulated quite a bit of berries, which is good for food, but you're not going to really struggle for food after this. So I recommend learning the campfire, learn all the cloth things. You can just double tap that, or double click it, I'm sorry for that. Learn the spear, that is a definite. You can also learn the thatch foundations and stuff. I personally won't, though, for the sake of this video. Learn the stone pick and the stone axe, and learn the bow, the stone arrow, and the sleepy arrow. So after you've learned all this, all these items, the next thing you're going to want to do, don't worry about the mess, by the way, it'll clean itself up. As you can see, it decomposes in 1 minute. So one thing I actually do want to point out, though, is if you look at the war start time and when we first began, and then look at it now, as you can see, time kind of went by pretty quickly. So you can see that this method does work. Also, one thing I did pick up is a firefly. I do definitely recommend picking one of these up. They work as a good light source when it becomes dark time, and you don't want to have to carry a torch. It also works especially well when you're in the caves, trying to mine for stuff, and you instead of having to drop your torch and pick it back up, you can literally just have one of these on your shoulder and see at all times. So these are definitely a must. So anyway, the next thing you want to do is go ahead and put some points into your levels. I recommend putting about 5 points into health. I recommend putting about 5 points into damage, and I also recommend putting about 4 points into stamina. Those are like the main ones I like to put my points into. Even on my high level character, I do like to put my points into health, stamina, and damage still. I don't recommend weight. Weight's really not that important in this game. They made it so everything kind of weighs a lot less, and there are ways to make things weigh even more or less. Like if you have stone, if you just turn it into the building materials, like a stone wall, stone foundation, it makes it way less. So the next thing you want to do is go ahead and craft yourself just this wooden pickaxe, because you're only going to be using the wooden pickaxe for a little bit. So go ahead and get yourself some flint. You are also going to want to get yourself some stone. I recommend getting about 15 stone. That's a good amount, I think. Once you get enough to make the pickaxe, I definitely recommend making it and then mining the rest of the stone. And you only need one. I'm sorry, you need two for the stone pick. So after you've gathered your stone, I recommend going ahead and making yourself a stone axe, as well as making yourself one spear. There is no need to make these items. I don't feel that they're important because you can go ahead and just craft yourself some leather armor. I think I forgot to mention this also, but go ahead and get yourself some of this leather. The leather engrams learned, because then you can craft them. So the next step is to make yourself a bow, and for that you need one leather. So take your spear and go poke at something. You can kill these fairly easily as long as you put your points into what I mentioned before, but it shouldn't take too long. Yep, see, now it's gone. So you want to hit this now with your hatchet. You don't want to hit it with the pickaxe because that'll give you more meat over leather. So you want to try to get as much leather as you can. So you can use the you want to use the axe for that. So after you've done that, you can make yourself a bow. And now you need some wood. Also, one thing you need to make the arrows is flint. So that's why I mentioned getting flint before. So go ahead and make yourself. So that's a spear. Make yourself some stone arrows. You see the craft all. And then you also want to make yourself some sleepy arrows. You can honestly just make as many sleepy arrows as you have normal arrows. That's what I recommend. So now in order to use the sleepy arrows, you just need to put it on the bow, like shown. So you can go ahead and pull out your bow. And now that I am level 16, I'm going to put some more points in my health. And now, for the rest of the time until you are level 20, until you are able to tame one of these things, you just want to kill these things, or you can kill these creatures over here. You can also I recommend also trying to kill parasaurs. Try to find one, but I don't think there are any in the general area. Oh, here they are. You can also kill parasaurs. Now, the way you want to kill things that run and don't attack you, like the Pteranadon and like the parasaur, is you want to shoot it with a trank arrow, like this. Try to shoot it in the head because then it'll go unconscious, as you can see there. It usually only takes one. And then you can just... Oh, I just ate raw meat. Whoops. And then you can literally just spear it to death. This should give you a few levels. It also give you the resources that you need to begin. There you go. See, I got one level from there, almost from half. So one thing I did forget to mention is you can go ahead and craft yourself your leather armor with the leather that you do gather. This does give you some armor. It gives you 1 armor rating per piece. This gives you 4 actually, so in 3. So it does give you a decent amount of armor and does allow you to live a little bit long. Alright, so I finally have reached level 21. Actually, I went over level 20. Didn't even realize it. But so now the next step is you want to tame a Pteranadon. This is actually really easy. There is one above me, so I'm going to try to tame it. I'm going to try to knock it down. I don't want to hit this thing though, so I'm kind of waiting for it to get lower. Yeah, there we go. Going to hit it with a trank arrow. It's going to go to sleep. Just like so. It doesn't really matter what level it is. If you can find a higher level one, I recommend it. So you want to take your raw meat and go and throw it in there, and you want to wait. If you notice that it is coming unconscious, you can go ahead and throw some narco berries in their inventory, like so, and then you can just hit this and remote use item, and so it'll make him eat it, which will make his unconscious bar go up. Before actually I finished taming it, I want to go ahead and get the Pteranodon channel learned, and I also want to craft it, which you should be able to. It's pretty cheap. All I need is some wood. So, all right. So I have finished taming my Pteranodon. I'm just gonna go ahead and name him High. That's really all I can come up with. So now you want to make sure you have food on him. He does have food on him. You can take those narcotic berries back. I actually did not have to use any more after the first time I did it on camera. So after you get your Pteranodon, that really is all there is to it. You can go ahead and find yourself a location to start building. You can use your trank arrows to start tranking different other Pteranodons to keep leveling. You can also try to tame some more dinos to help you kill things easier in the jungle if you are a solo player. Otherwise, get your friends. You guys can go kill things as well. But yeah, that pretty much concludes my early level guide to PixArk. I really hope you guys did learn from it or are enjoying it. If there is something I can do better in the guide, please let me know in the comments below. If you have any tips on how to improve the guide, also let me know. And if you guys would like a Beyond the Early Parts of PixArk guide, and how to level quicker, how to gather different resources, that kind of thing, more efficiently, I definitely do have some theories on that. I can go ahead and do videos like that. But anyway, thank you guys very much for watching, and hope to see you guys back here again.